So this is the nursery where I went when I was a kid. I didn't know who my dad was then, but I used to hang around. Obviously, there's lots of mixed race kids like me, so it was nice. So this is the house behind me where I grew up. I lived here with my mum. She was a single mum till I was about 18. I left home. She lives in Cornwall now. This was the house where I found out who my dad was. You know, there's a photo of him on the mantelpiece. Obviously, I know who he is now, so I can tell you his name was Sly Dunbar. You know, and it was in this house that she told me that the story actually finally came out. And she said, well, you know, you're old enough now, so I'll tell you how I met him. Okay, well, here we are where my mum met Sly Dunbar. Sly and the Revolutionaries came down to this pub to do a sort of secret gig in South London. And my mum was in the record business. She was like an A&R woman. And she got, like, you know, a ticket. You know, there was about 150 tickets and she got one. It was quite a special gig. And after the gig, which my mum said was brilliant, she went backstage to meet Sly and the band, you know, Robbie, Scully, Elliot, Delroy, Dipthroy, all the band were there, and Mikey Chung, and you know, she said that her and Sly saw each other across the backstage room, and they just sort of like, it was like chemistry, and it was just Sly and my mum backstage. And she said, and when she said this to me when I was 18, it was always a bit embarrassing. She said, well, you know, we did it on the backstage floor. And she said, that's how you were born, from me making love to Sly Dunbar on the backstage floor of this venue. And that's the story of my conception. And that's, you know, the proof, if you like, of how I know that Sly Dunbar is my father. And now, you know, years and years and years later, you know, my mum's in Cornwall. I'm still living. Ironically, I'm living in the area just down the road from here. You know, where Sly, my mum, and you know, I'm sort of 50 and middle class, mixed race, middle-aged, reggae-loving musician. So it's amazing how things come back to you, isn't it?